Okay, come on. Here we go.
Let me know when it's happening.
I think it's on now.
Hello, everybody. We're just
Is it
having
on?
a little social here, and you see if we're live. And yes, we are. We're live, and
Okay.
so we just thought we'd have a little hello and hope folks came in and had a little chat if they wished. And Dee Dee's going to do the game playing tonight, and I'm going to just be looking at the chat. So if you see if life is a leaf actually commenting, that's me, Tricia. And Dee Dee's going to be playing Morrowind, which is something she's good at and I'm not. Hey, Dee Dee.
Yes, but I really wanted you to learn how to do it. So you have to watch.
I am going to learn how to do it. I am going to do it next time. I just thought you might do that because we're only going to play for about an hour.
We're in Balmora. We're in Balmora in the Mages Guild, and we're going to do some missions.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good. So that's Ajit the cat, isn't it?
Yes.
And let us know if you can't hear us properly. There's nobody at the moment can tell us that.
She made a bet with Galbadir.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, she wants to be a journeyman before Galbadir. There's a bit of competition in the Mages Guild. And she wants me to give Galbadir a fake skull gem. She wants to cheat. Okay.
A fake what?
A fake soul gem.
Oh, okay.
I've got to go and give her competition the nice wood elf. I've got to plant a fake soul gem while she's distracting her.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. And here's her desk.
Oh, is Herb.
I'll put that in there. And take the real soul gem away, and also steal all of her soul gems.
What's that?
And also steal all of her soul gems. Because why not?
Can you hear us pretty well, Herb? Like, did both microphones sound okay? If you wouldn't mind letting us know.
Can you hear me all right?
I don't know because I'm not listening through the headphones.
Oh, why not?
I know, should I be? Won't I be getting weird double voices and stuff?
I better go downstairs.
So Dee Dee's stealing things downstairs. Oh, okay. So Herb can hear it.
This is so nice.
How's your day been, Herb?
I have a feeling you and I are about to become very close.
Hi, Galbadir. Whoops, Well, she likes me a lot. Okay.
Welcome. If you wish to talk, it is really
Good morning,
greetings.
then. Herb says
May
he's
you
So-
walk on warm sands.
Did I give her the fake soul gem? Yes, I did. And I stole all her soul gems.
Hi, Holly. Holly's here.
Hi, Holly. Okay.
Dee Dee's the one playing the game this evening because I'm a piker, and it's probably more interesting watching her at the moment. Next time I'll be clumsy fuddling around in Morrowind. Oh, just awake. Okay, good morning.
Yeah. Anyway, I've done that, and now
It's 10 to 9 here on a Saturday night.
bet with Galbadir. Now she'll win the bet with Galbadir. Okay. So, fake soul gem. Thanks.
Hello.
Okay, now I've got to study some flowers. gold carrot, stoneflower, willow anther, and heather.
Got anything exciting on today, Holly?
We can find them in Lake Amaya, which is where we went and helped that woman. So I'm going to go off and collect some flowers for you, sweetie. And on the way, I'm going to talk to Rania.
Ronnie?
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Rania. Yeah.
There's Ronnie and Masri there.
Yes. Okay. Oh, bet with Galbadir. It doesn't surprise me. Advancement. Oh, I'm now an officially apprentice. And a journeyman. Wahoo.
What happens when you're a journeyman?
I've managed to collect the mushrooms and help with the bet, so now I've got a couple of levels up in the Mages Guild. Okay. I'm becoming good. The Mages Guild is where you learn magic. It's the one where they'll teach you spells and stuff. You don't need to belong to the Mages Guild to do magic, but they will certainly teach you a lot of things, and they will teach it to you for cheaper if you're a member. And they actually have a whole lot of interesting missions. This is not one of the, this is kind of a beginning one. This is at a point before when, before Ranus, the head of the guild, is willing to talk to you. This is sort of like a test. And she sent us off to the Khajiit to do a few things. Okay, well, here's willow flower. I can collect that. Here's gold carrot. There's heather. And what was the other thing that we needed?
Holly's going to have a nice
Let me check my journal.
Did he?
Stoneflower.
Holly's going to have a nice and quiet day today, she says.
She's going to do what?
She's having a nice and quiet day today.
Oh, okay.
So how
Hi,
was your
Holly.
day, Didi?
The what?
How was your day?
My day was pretty good. I had a nice day today.
Good.
Yeah. I wish I could sort out and make the live chat on this screen bigger, but it's not.
What is
It's
that?
tiny.
You need to get onto another... You don't need that graph, eh?
No.
No.
Okay. Now, I'm wandering around here. I might, while I'm investigating, I still need some stone flowers, but I don't think stone flowers actually grow around here. Let's see what the journal said.
What do you do with stone flowers?
Well, I have to collect them.
Okay. But can you use them in any alchemy, though?
Oh, yes. Yes, they're very good for alchemy.
Okay.
Oh, look at the moon. Oh, my. That's lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the sky and stuff in Morrowind is so lovely.
Beautiful.
I'm going to go take you into a tomb.
Did
I better
anybody get
save
the
before I go
notifications
very
for my
far.
last video that I just previewed about 20 minutes ago? I just sometimes wonder if
Do I get a weapon?
notifications. What's that?
I better take out a weapon. I wonder if you can cast bound longbow.
What do you mean? Cast bound longbow. Cast bound.
Oh, good.
Is that
Well,
what you
this
mean?
gives me a magical weapon. Oh, shit. I think I paralyzed myself.
Try not to say SHIT.
To kill undead things,
What's that?
to kill undead things, you need a magical weapon or a silver weapon. Ah, got him.
That looks like a ghost.
What?
Was that a ghost?
Yeah, that was a ghost. I've got the Book of Dawn and Dust. Shall I steal it? Probably not. But I will steal this.
There's a lot of stealing in Morrowind.
There's a lot of stealing in
and
Morrowind,
killing
yes.
supernatural beings.
Oh, a chest key. Oh, good. Yes. Civi Restoration.
If anyone's interested, I just posted a video where I'm talking about or reading out some information about China and US imperialism between 1945 and 1960. It's a real eye roller because there's so much of it, so much CIA meddling.
Yes, it's particularly pertinent what with Trump and all his nonsense at the moment.
I thought I'd try and put together, try and see if I can find some more stuff on that, just so people can see what a cluster F it is. Anyway, I'm not supposed to be doing politics on that. This.
Oh no.
So what's that spell you're casting there?
I'm trying to do the bound longbow again. I should have saved first. Oh, yellow, blue. Good. Now I have a magical weapon. Ah, got him. Got him in one. A Daedric longbow is what this is. Okay, there's nobody there. Oh. Do I want to bother with his stuff? He has an iron longsword. Trapped. This time I'll make sure I use my trap getting outing. Nothing. Why would you trap an empty thing? Okay. Anything else?
So what are you looking for there in that?
I'm just getting anything that I can. I'm seeing if I can get any goodies. There we go. Before I go out and find some stone flowers. Now she said to go to Lake Amaya to get the stone flower. But I don't think I'm going to do that because that's a long way away. And I happen to know there's some near Caldera.
Oh yeah.
So we'll go to Caldera.
What's the name of that area where there's a lot of, what do they call those? Dremora, and they've got, they've got really fancy swords and things. You know, what is that? You know, down by, it's sort of way out somewhere. What are the names of
one
those?
of the Daedric shrines.
Yeah, the Daedra, yeah. Oh, it's sort of like, it's, you know, there's lots of really good weapons there.
Yeah, there's some really good weapons, but there's some really good people who will kill you. very easily.
Like at this stage, I couldn't handle it then.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think you'd be right for trying to get a Daedra.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad, because they have a lot.
Now, do you want to walk, or do you want to take the guild?
Oh, walking's good.
Walking's good?
Yeah.
Okay. And now I'm going to do some jumping while I'm walking, because that'll help you learn how to jump better. It'll improve your acrobatic skill,
Oh, yeah.
and you'll get to be a better jumper.
Huh. Oh, I see. Yeah.
And we're going along the river here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to save, because there's a little
There's a little what?
Quama forager up there. Uh-oh.
What have you learned about bread making? Judy makes very good bread. What have you learned? I don't know. This poor little guy.
He's getting me.
Yeah,
I'm not a very good shot with my bow yet.
I can see.
Ah. If he wasn't so
Wow.
hostile,
Yeah.
It
Maybe
wouldn't
you
be
should
so
use
bad.
Oh dear. Okay.
a healing spell?
No, I was going to say maybe you should use a sword.
Well, I could. But I'd like you to get better with a bow. Oh no.
What?
Not enough magicka to cast the spell.
Oh no.
I'll have to be careful.
Why is that?
Well, I've only got part health.
Oh,
I think
that's true.
I think I have to sleep in
Yeah.
order to
Where can you sleep?
regain magic.
Where can you sleep to do that?
Well, I could sleep here, but somebody will probably attack me if I do. Sometimes, like when you go in a tomb or something like that, and you've gotten all the bad things,
Yeah.
then it's empty and you can go to sleep.
Right.
Oh, look. Here we go.
I should probably.
See these blue flowers?
Yeah.
These are stone flowers. Oh, there's nothing in that one. And they're good for, I think, strength or something, to improve your strength with alchemy.
I think my mic is a little bit quiet, Didi.
Yeah?
Just a little bit, maybe.
Okay. Well,
I'm not sure. Don't worry about it. I'll just talk closer to it.
okay. And
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's better. Yeah,
it's-
that's better. Didi?
yeah?
That's better.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back. I don't know. Maybe I'll go. Should I go back or should I go on?
Go on.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I can sell some stuff
Okay,
to
thanks,
Creeper
Herb.
if I go on. I have to be careful though. I don't want to meet
Have you got
something
anything
strong.
planned for today, Herb? Anything interesting?
There's town.
Which is that Caldera?
Yeah. I love some of the towns and stuff. They're
Yeah,
very pretty.
they're nice, eh?
Yeah.
Nice organic looking.
Yeah.
If only cities, generally speaking, had this sort of, look.
Yes.
It kind of looks like an old English village too, in some ways.
A little bit. This is an imperial town, so it looks very imperial.
Right.
Oh, he likes me.
That's good.
It's nice when all the guards are happy to see you.
Yeah.
They say nice things to you when you walk into town. Ooh, he's up to 80%. Can I get up to 90%? Oh, am I going in the wrong direction? Maybe. But sometimes with somebody you can
7 a.m. Saturday.
chat
No,
up. It's worth...
It's 9 p.m. Saturday here.
Oh no. I should have saved. Oh.
I'm all yours. Please, go ahead.
He's all mine. What will I do with him? We're truly friends. He's my best bud now.
Fight well. There are many creatures beyond the cities.
There are many creatures beyond the sea.
May your kills be quick and many.
You're going to go up and see.
Sell stuff to Creeper.
Creeper.
Now, do you have gauntlets? No. Okay.
Oh yeah, so it's 7 a.m. Saturday both where
Oh.
you are. I see. We're like 14 hours ahead then.
Okay, well that's all good. Oh, I can sell them this. This'll make it good. That's worth a lot of money. I won't bother trying to charm people. I will put on this armor though.
Fight well. Citizen.
Now I'm just going to go back to the Mages Guild by teleportation, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Ah, yes. What is it?
Is there something I can
I should
do
make
for
friends
you,
with all
Outlander?
of the mages here too.
What state are you in, Holly? Are you in, are you on the East Coast or the West Coast? That's probably the West Coast, do you think?
Where is she?
I don't know. We had some lovely snow on the mountains today.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. Really beautiful. I love it when you can see snow on all the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, you've just improved your
New York.
speechcraft.
Oh yeah, New York State. Okay.
And is there anything she can tell you?
What's that?
Has she got any good spells? Ooh, summon Flame Atronach. I don't think you could do that for a while. Calm Humanoid. That's a good one.
What's that? Oh yeah.
You can calm people down sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's good. Does it work
Yeah.
when they're attacking you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I love walking in the snow too.
What?
Holly was saying she likes walking in the snow.
Hmm.
I remember when I was in Austria and I was doing this cross-country skiing, and we don't really get, when I was living in
I'm doing
Queensland, we never get snow in Queensland.
Cat patting.
And
In case you
when I
wonder.
was going across in the cross-country skiing, you could hear the snow kind of squeaking under your feet. That was really amazing.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing when I was learning how to ski, and there was these little 3 and 4-year-olds kind of without any of those ski poles, and they were just zooming down the hill, these little kids. And here I am at the top there looking really sad, and sort of kind of doing these very sad sort of snow plows to the right and left, and here they are racing down the hill.
Can you give her a little bit of food?
I did. I gave
Oh.
it. Here.
That's not very much.
Did you?
Yeah. There you go, sweetie. I have little cats here. I'm just checking out what she's got to say. Oh my. House Redoran's really steamed up about the Caldera land grab. They say Caldera's really their territory, and the Hlalu have done some sort of a deal with the Imperials to take the for the mining.
Oh,
That's sort of ratty.
yeah, yeah.
Typical capitalist. The Hlalu are the capitalists,
Huh.
and the Empire is the Empire and evil. It's not evil in this, but it's, in my mind, it's not very good. And the Ashlanders live in the wilderness. They're the natives. Okay, I'll go talk to this fellow here. Oh, I better
What can I do for you, friend?
save first.
Holly, if you happen to know of a post office box for the Convo couch, so I could send them some vegan stuff, since they've just become new vegans and
Oh.
stuff. If you
He's
feel
not
like
liking me.
sort of, I don't know, somehow getting that to me, because I don't want to know their like street addresses or
Tidings
anything,
and
but if
good
they have
wishes
like
to
a
you.
post office box that I could send stuff to, that would be really great.
Okay.
I tried to get their attention in their comment section of the Convo Couch on YouTube, but I don't think anybody saw it or didn't reply, whatever.
I think you should have that looked at by a healer.
Oh. Okay. Yes, I'm not in the best of health right now. Does he have anything interesting? He has spells. Okay. Nothing I want. He has expensive spells.
Greetings, Outlander. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Ah. Don't I know you from somewhere? Oh my. I'll call that good.
Well, what have we here?
Oops.
Interesting.
What have I done? Oh.
So good to see you.
Okay, I'll see if I can
Stay
chat her
out of
up.
trouble and you'll have none from me.
Oh my. Did you hear that?
What? What did she
Stay
say?
out of trouble and you'll have none from me.
Uh,
That's a friendly greeting.
yeah. She looks a little
She
bit-
doesn't like me. She went down from 73 to 46 in nothing, no time.
She doesn't like you.
Ah. She's a little hard to chat up.
Well met. What is it?
She's a bit abrupt, this one.
Yeah.
Oh my. She goes right down to... I think I won't bother with her. Trying to chat her up.
Ah, greetings. What shall we talk about?
Well, take me to Balmora. There we go.
How
Yay.
fare friend?
Warmly
Okay.
greeted, friend.
Hi.
Welcome.
Warm greetings to you. She's at 100% with me. She likes me. Okay. Duties. Flowers. Yes, I've got flowers. Yes, here they are. Wahoo. And she's given me Restore Magica. Okay. Now, duties. She can win her... She still wants to win her bet with Galbadir. She wants a ceramic bowl. So 10 drakes. Okay. Well, this is a simple quest. I might go to sleep first, though. Until I'm healed. I better save, just in case those weirdos come attack me. Okay.
How delightful. Welcome.
She likes me too. Did you hear that?
No.
How delightful. Welcome. I'll see if I can advance any more. Oh no.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
That wasn't very friendly. What do you want of me? That's Strawby. Welcome to the Ravir, my old buddy.
you, friend.
He's the Moon Sugar Boy. Let's see. I have a left gauntlet. I
So
wonder if he has a right gauntlet.
Did he? What
Yes.
tricks have you learnt about bread making that you think is
About bread making?
that you think is good?
That it's important to keep the bread warm and keep a watch. That you don't need to knead it as much as they say, and or do as much fiddling around as they say, really.
Yeah.
You don't really need to put it in the fridge overnight.
Oh yeah, that's
And
true.
I mean, you can. I think
Yeah.
it's supposed to help develop the flavor. But I actually like.
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's come out really nice.
Mm.
And
Sticky.
don't mind if it's a bit sticky.
Sticky dough is good. Yeah.
Sticky dough is actually just fine.
Yeah.
Particularly, like one of the things I've done is add rye seeds. I've soaked the rye seeds and then added, and that makes the dough a bit wetter,
Oh yeah. Oh,
and
really?
it
Rye
comes
seeds.
out really nice.
Rye seeds make dough wetter. How does that
Yeah,
work?
that's because they're soaked and they're
I
wet.
see. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so it gets stickier,
Mm.
and I think it's really good. But
Excellent.
just practice, get a good recipe, and go
What's
for
a
it.
good recipe that you adapted?
I like Marie Tonks's recipe.
Uh-huh.
If you get me my little book, I'll read it out.
That's okay, Didi.
But
Marie Tonks.
it's
Is
just
that-
getting the right.
Is that Tonks?
She's Tonks,
Yeah. Okay.
and she has a website on Facebook. I think it's sourdough baking in
yeah.
Australia.
And you adapted that one, did you?
And I adapted hers, and yeah, I haven't done all the things that she says to do it.
Oh.
I haven't worried about auto-lysing without salt. I put the salt in right from the beginning.
Okay.
It makes it all go quicker,
Yeah, good.
and so you can do it in a day instead of it taking,
Yeah.
until the next day,
Yeah, that's good.
which is a bit tedious.
And rolling it in polenta at the end is nice, isn't it?
The what? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Ceramic bowl. I need to find it. Okay, I want
Do you
one
have
of
that
those.
written out, that bread recipe?
Yeah, I have the bread recipe written out. It's
How
in
you-
the
how you do
on
it?
the book on the
That's right.
thing.
How you do it?
I can.
No, I mean, you've written it out yourself on how you do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, it's. I use 600 grams.
That's okay. We can actually.
An important tip.
I can put it in the comments section
Yeah,
or something.
an important tip is to use a scale, an accurate scale,
Right.
and weigh your ingredients, because flour can compact and things like that,
Right.
and using visual measurements isn't accurate.
Oh, that's
And the
amazing.
important thing in bread making is that you get the proportions correct.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. Yeah. And,
Okay.
And use fresh yeast.
The what?
Oh no, you're using sourdough, so yeah. Anyway, we should probably continue
Yeah.
on with this.
I could probably tell you the recipe right now.
No, it's okay. Let's just go
Yeah.
on with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
How important is it, by the way, to do that slap and fold at the right time? Pretty.
I have no idea. I think it helps the gluten develop.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, I cheat and I use a bit of gluten flour in mine as well.
That's all right. It
An
works well.
important tip is actually to use bread flour.
Bread flour, yeah.
Make sure you use bread flour and not plain flour
Right.
or whole wheat flour.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Bread flour
I remember
is...
when I tried to make bread once, and I wasn't really following a recipe, but it ended up being like
bread flour
crummy.
has more gluten in it,
Yeah.
which is obviously not gluten-free.
Yeah.
Okay. So I made some money on that
Anybody wants a
transaction.
great vegan chocolate cake recipe, I've perfected it. Haven't I, Dee Dee?
What?
My vegan chocolate cake recipe, I've perfected it. My
Yeah,
vegan
yeah.
chocolate cake
You
recipe.
perfected it. It's
It's
fabulous.
pretty yummy.
It's the best chocolate cake recipe I've ever had.
Mhm.
And it's doesn't have anywhere near as much oil or sugar as
No.
most do, and
Should
that
you
makes
need
it
something, I will
wonderful.
be happy to oblige.
Much greeted, friend. Welcome.
But we've given it to friends. It's not just our
Yeah.
opinion.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
And I use wholemeal organic flour, and it's got real guts, but it's actually still kind of light. What's going on now?
Oh no, her reports have been stolen. Ajira needs your help very badly. Galbadir stole the reports. Oh, Galbadir's doing dirty tricks too. On the properties of mushrooms and flowers. The flowers and mushrooms we got her. We've been getting her stuff for her reports.
Yeah.
We've been helping her. Ajira knows Galbadir did not leave the Mages Guild, so they must be around. So we have to go and look for the reports.
Right.
Okay, where are they?
An honor, to be sure.
Are they in here? It's locked. Oh, what's that? Ajira's flower report. We found them. Okay. So gold carnot and stone flowers make a paste that restores strength.
Oh, what's that? Sorry.
This is some alchemy things. She's got some things about the flowers. She can gain more magicka by mixing stone flour with crushed emeralds. That sounds expensive.
Yeah.
The willow flowers are red and tall. It's good for potions and has many uses. With frost salts, they make a shield of frost. With grave dust and green lichen, she can make a potion of curing common disease. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And with cork bulb, she makes a potion that can cure paralyzation. That's really useful.
Yeah.
When you're paralyzed, you just have to stand there and get beaten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ajira
Yeah,
thinks
it's
heather
kind of
comes from Skyrim. And when mixed with rubies, oh, here's another expensive one, to make you not weigh so much. Actually, if you mix it with scuttle, I happen to know, it works really well for that too. Works very hard to collect these flowers. She worked very hard to collect these flowers from the dangerous Lake Amaya. She sent us out to collect them. She didn't collect them at all. She must do 2 reports, and Galbadir only has to do 1 silly report. She should get the rank of journeyman very soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's a cheeky one. Our little catty. Okay. I wonder if it's in there.
What's in there?
Whether she hid it in this thing. I better check. I wonder if they'll arrest me for breaking into the thing. I'll have to see. Maybe I should sneak. There we go. Oh look, what's it got? Only junk. Okay, so there's no reports there. I better put my lockpicks away.
Welcome, friend.
Hello Sharn. She's a very spunky looking orc girl.
Yeah.
I'm being attacked by a little catty who's licking my hair. She's grooming me. I'm not sure what she's grooming me for, but she's grooming me. Okay. Lots of ingredients. Hang on. There's the mushroom report.
Mushroom. Oh, yes.
Ajira studies 4 common mushrooms. Luminous rusula can be poison if not prepared right, but when mixed with pearl dust it makes a good potion to breathe underwater. That's another expensive
Yes.
little thing.
Yeah.
Violet Copernicus is a tall toadstool that glows in the dark. I wonder why Violet Copernicus glows and Luminous Rusula doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they made a mistake there somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mixed with scales, it lets you walk on water. That's very good.
Yeah. That is good.
Bungler's Bane looks like a brown shelf. It's very bad for you and mixed with almost anything.
Oh, hi,
Very
Ginny,
hard
how
to
are you?
use. What?
That's her. I'm just saying hello to Ginny.
Ah, yeah.
She said she
Hi, Ginny.
just came in after watching a movie. I'm being a piker and Dee Dee is playing the game tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, if you mix it with crushed pearl, it can dispel magic. Hyperphasia. I'm being groomed really hard. She's really getting into it.
There's a little
This
cat
is
on the back
my-
of Dee Dee's
my-
chair, grooming her hair.
She's a bit my baby, this little catty. And
She's got real sandpaper
tongue. She does. And she
She's
can get a
doing-
bit grumpy.
She gets a little grumpy, and she's doing a really good job.
She's very sweet with me most of the time, but especially outside. But she gets a little grumpy sometimes inside.
She does.
Okay. Anyway, Hadira works very hard to go all over the Bitter Coast and get these mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Was it a
she's
good movie,
cheeky.
Ginny?
She's taking claim for all our work.
Oh.
I wonder if I should go talk to Galbadir and give her the reports. No. I like Ajira, even though she's a
Very
cheeky
friend.
thing.
Good friend, this is an honor.
Good friend, yes. Yes, here they are. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, she's given me fire shield, frost shield,
She's
lightning
still-
shield, and
she's
spell
still grooming
absorption.
Dee Dee's hair.
Yes,
That's
she's
so
really
funny.
going for the. She's going for her
That's
life.
so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, ceramic bowl.
Good.
Yep, here it is. Yeah. Okay, duties. Ah. I know many secrets, but they're not yet for friend Yash. Speak with Ajur again when you're a warlock. Ranasathris here may have duties for you, but I don't have any. Rajira doesn't like Ranas much. Maybe you should speak with Ajira's good friend Edwina in Aldrun. I wonder why she doesn't like Ranas. Ranas is pretty grumpy, I have to admit. Now, do you want to do any training?
Okay.
She
yeah.
can train you in alchemy.
Yeah, I think so. Alchemy's good.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Holly. Thanks for dropping by.
Hi, Holly. Bye, Holly.
Have a good day.
Yes, I hope you have a lovely
Have
day.
a nice, relaxing day.
We're being silly tonight. I'm training you in conjuration so you can conjure that bow when you need it. It's also cheap.
It's too bad you can't share photos in these chats because I
What?
could share those photos you took today of the snow in the mountains, and I could also share a photo of Alia licking her head.
Ow. Yes.
We got a pretty good amount of snow. Jenny was asking, did we get some good snow? Yeah, it wasn't too bad on the mountains, was it? In the distance.
What?
The snow on the mountains in the distance. Pretty good, reasonable snow, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now I'm going to go and rest
It
because
was in the middle of
You're in good
Tasmania
company,
a
friend.
couple of days ago
Welcome.
in Leawani. There was it was minus 14 degrees Celsius. It was kind of a ridiculous, kind of a cold temperature. I don't
Yeah.
know why it was so cold, but I don't think there's been anything like that anywhere near that, has there, Dee Dee, here
no.
in Tasmania? So. We only get sort of occasional minus 1 Celsius, and it's sort of mostly between 0 and 15, isn't it? Or 0 and 10 in winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Celsius.
Ah. Yeah. Gets down to -1 or -2 occasionally here.
Yeah.
Not much.
No.
Yeah. We get a little bit of frost. We had that one day where it was really hard frost and all the water was frozen.
Yeah, minus 14. That's nuts.
Yeah. For here,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sort of...
that
that's-
starts to be really serious
It's like
cold.
US temperature kind of stuff. We can't really call our winters cold, really, can we?
Oh,
Dee Dee?
greetings.
What?
How do you do?
They're kind of
Maybe
mild
talk.
winters here, really,
Yeah.
compared to, when I say Canada. I remember getting out of a car in Toronto in Canada, and oh my God, it was like getting into the coldest part of a freezer. And I'd sort of come from sort of the summer in sort of Queensland to that. It was sort of really a real shock. But I like the cold weather though. Not too cold. I don't know if I'd enjoy some of those US winters with the crazy winds and really cold. Do you live in New South Wales, Ginny? I haven't looked at the COVID in Victoria at the moment. Have you, Dee Dee? How's
No,
that going?
I don't know how it's going. It's bad.
Is it getting worse or is it stabilising?
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the figures and stuff. We've had the borders closed here in Tasmania for how many months now? 3?
I was really upset when I heard that they were talking about opening our borders to
Yeah.
a bunch of different people where they're not even going to test them.
Ginny said she's having trouble hearing us speak because of the music. The music is too
The
loud.
what?
The music is too loud.
Oh, okay.
Apparently.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Sometimes it sort of goes into crescendos and then it kind of drops back.
I'll
was I
turn
saying?
it
I
down.
was just asking if the are you from New South Wales, and we were just saying how the COVID in Victoria, I don't know how that's going. I don't know if it's getting worse or it's stabilising, but it's kind of a little bit out of control. And we had our borders closed here. Does that sound better, Ginny? The music volume?
Is that better?
I don't know. I'll see.
What are they?
Oops. Oh, okay. So Ginny's in Melbourne. Oh no, it's 466 more cases today. Oh, jeez. Did he?
Huh?
466 more cases today.
Oh, really?
No, Jenny's from Melbourne.
Oh, no. Oh, that's horrible.
Apparently the music's better now.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a little transparent cat standing in front of the monitor.
Yeah.
She's pushing, She's pushing on the, she's pushing on the wire. Alia she's a very confident little cat, and she gets very insistent and like wants attention. And oh no, 12 deaths to one man in his 30s. Oh no. Was that just today, or is that just recently?
I should be able to be an evoker.
What's that? What was that, Didi?
I'm just looking at that. Why she just says, I can't be an evoker.
She's doing that same thing to me.
Destruction, alteration, illusion, and mysticism.
Didi, can you
Huh?
pass that, please?
Yeah. Here you go. Oh, 17. I might go back down and train in destruction. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just go off and do other stuff. What do you want to do now?
Oh, 12 deaths just today.
12 deaths today?
In Victoria.
Oh, God. That's horrible.
Yeah.
And that's all just because of that security guard thing. That's such a fiasco.
They've started letting people through the borders here in Tasmania, and that's unfortunate.
Which is really stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
because we've been
really,
doing pretty well here.
They look around, they ought to be able to figure out that that's not the thing to do. Oh.
Walk with virtue, Outlander.
So do you want to go and try and do some Fighters Guild quests, or what would you like to do now?
Sure, that sounds good.
What?
You're the one in control.
I'm in control. No, you're the one who's playing this game.
No, I'm not. You're playing it. I'm just
playing it, but
it.
I'm not supposed to be playing it.
I know, but you are. So, if you want to go to the Fighters Guild, that's fine.
Well,
yeah.
I'd rather join the temple if I'm going to do something. I like the temple.
They're in stage 4 lockdown. It's very quiet. And Jenny was saying, nice to have our company.
Yeah. I'll bet it's really quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were locked down...
It's very quiet here, but not because there's a stage 4 lockdown. We just live in a very quiet area.
Well, it's been pretty quiet from lockdown as well.
Well, that's
don't you
true.
think?
Yeah, it has been. Yeah. We don't get any of those terrible death ships coming into Hobart. Not that we're in the city, but
I'm waiting.
Those gigantic warehouses.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did get them
Germ
coming into
pits.
Hobart.
What's that?
We did get them coming into Hobart. We always see those death ships there.
Not since the borders shut.
Not since, well, thank goodness.
But
yeah.
Who knows when
I think they've been pretty
mistake.
good about the borders, actually, up till now.
Up till now, yeah.
Stupid.
Now we have to start worrying.
Let's change that.
Yeah.
We've done really well. Let's change that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. One of the things, though, that when they first did the lockdown, there was all the crazy hoarding. And I don't know how much manipulation was going on.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, there was things that, like, for a long time you couldn't get wholemeal flour.
Yeah.
That was
really.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
why?
Yeah.
you know, that was just stupid.
Yeah.
And a lot of people bought spags.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
shortages of
that's interesting, isn't it?
spags
Yeah.
and things like that.
Mm.
But the soy milk, when they ran out
Yeah.
of soy milk, I mean, I wouldn't
Wow.
imagine a lot of non-vegans would rush out there and start hoarding soy milk.
No, although that lasts longer, I guess. And
Does it? Than
and
those
take-
carton regular milk? That's supposed to be long life milk and last a year.
but it's icky.
Well, yeah, but it's for people who want milk. I mean, they probably think soy milk is icky, although I don't know why. but the great benefit of that has been that we started making our own soy milk.
I want to tell them about those usernames we came up with.
What? The usernames?
Dee Dee came up with a couple of funny usernames, but we haven't used them. One is called it's called
Potty mouth.
Potty mouth.
Poddy
mouth. I thought that was really funny. And the other one was was it warmmonger, as in WARM monger.
Yes. That's we
I don't know why I find that funny.
that came up because one of our cats loves the warmth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
one
said,
of them.
yeah, actually all of them. And I just said warmmonger. My mind tends to play with words a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
I thought potty mouth is hilarious. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think so too. We should start a Discord channel
No.
so we can all talk.
No.
No, so we can talk to
Oh, I see. We can talk
Ginny and everybody.
I'm not very good at just yapping on in Discord.
And Holly. No, so we can talk to the people on
Oh, I see.
on
I
your
see. You mean
your
like,
feed
have a Discord
for
and
us.
talk. Oh, I see. While we're doing this.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
very
and then
little about
anybody
this stuff.
anybody who joins can
Can actually
talk to us.
Oh, I see. Right.
And we can talk
Ah.
and
Yeah,
hear
that
each
might be
other.
a good idea. To
That might
try
be fun.
sometime.
I'll have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to join the temple. Okay. All of a sudden, she likes me pretty much.
Ginny says she
She's
plays
gone.
with words too. Lots of fun.
The what?
Ginny says she plays with words too. Lots of fun.
It is. It is. It's a certain mental condition.
Oh, Herb says I'm a second-generation native-born Floridian and had never seen snow until I was 19 years old. Stepped off an airplane in November at Goose Bay Air Force Base, Labrador. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
What was that?
Herb says he's a second-generation native-born Floridian.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd never seen snow until he was 19 years old and stepped off the plane in November at Goose Bay Air Force Base, Labrador.
Oh, yeah.
Are you a military person, Herb?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
What is he saying?
No, he's not saying anything.
Oh.
I think there's a lag. Anyway, I hope the COVID thing doesn't kind of start up here in Tasmania because it's been so good for the last 3 months. You really haven't had to worry much.
Yeah.
You know, you sort of still are careful. But, oh, okay. So are you an Air Force, like, military person, like a Air Force person, Herb? When I was younger, I was, around 22 or something, and I thought I had this idea because I was a registered nurse, and I thought I'll join the Air Force, and I can be in the medical thing. Of course, there was no wars going on at the time because this was 1982 or something. Well, no obvious wars like the war. There was wars in the world, of course, but not that I think I would have had to have gone to. But anyway, they said to me, they said, "Oh, well, you'll have to learn how to use a rifle, or you'll have to learn how to use a weapon." And I was thinking, what? And I was kind of horrified. I said, no, there's no way I'm going to sort of shoot someone to protect somebody else. Like, I just couldn't do that. So I just kind of put down the application form and went out. That was probably a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that the Air Force? What was I trying to join?
I don't know. I don't know what you were trying to join.
It's a long time ago. I was just thinking, what part of the military was I thinking about doing? I don't know what possessed me to do that. I think I thought it. I thought it was a good idea at the time.
Yes, one of those. It sounded like a good idea at the time.
And I was thinking, oh well, I'd be a captain then if I was. I don't know why I thought that was appealing.
A captain?
Yeah, I think you.
Oh well, I mean it's a pretty good rank.
Yeah, but
you probably would have made decent money, and you probably
I think
would have had a decent
that was
pension.
The appealing thing was the money at the time, and I just didn't. I didn't think things through, really. It's funny the things you do when you're young. 4 years. Oh, you were in the Air Force 4 years. What was that like, Herb? Was it okay? Hey, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Alia was getting stroppy with me here, and I think that it's the location. She just
It was what?
Alia was getting stroppy.
Stroppy for why?
Just because.
Oh, just because.
I think it might be the location.
Yeah. Anybody sitting in that desk is up for it.
Yeah.
She regularly belts me.
The little cat, yeah, she's a little black cat.
Yes,
She's
not-
very assertive.
She is. She's very assertive. And gorgeous with it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Wow, the time goes quickly, so quickly.
It does.
When you're doing this. So it's 10 to 10. Do you think that...
We should stop?
No, the bread. I was just wondering.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's probably, I've been probably sitting there and ignoring it, and that's terrible.
Is it going to badly affect it?
Well, it might overproof. Hopefully that's not going to be what happens. I better do that. Why don't you take over, or
No.
I'll just stop for a little bit.
Well, I can just talk.
Okay.
Why don't...
I've got to go
how
do
long-
bread,
how
so
long is that slap
probably
for?
about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. If Dee Dee doesn't do this bread, it's going to fail a little bit. So. Is it risen a lot? Yes. Oh, good. Oh wow, yeah, that's good.
That's crazy.
Oh, you went to college afterwards. Oh yeah, was that good, Herb? Did you do anything interesting? Yeah. Uh-oh, my screen is buffering a little bit. So, what did you study at, if you don't mind my asking, you don't have to answer, but what did you study at college, Herb? There's a bit of buffering going on. I don't know if that means anything bad, Dee Dee, but... We have a sort of a very slow internet here because we're, excuse me, living rurally, and it's not so great. I'm hoping that the buffering is, maybe that's not happening with other people. Is it buffering for you, anybody, if you can see this? Or is it stopped now? It's funny, though, how the time goes so quickly, isn't it, Dee Dee? It's funny how the time goes so quickly doing this stuff. It seems fine to me. Okay, that's good. Liberal studies, economics, math, and sociology. I did economics in high school, but that was about the limit. And then I thought I'd never ever have much to do with economics again until I came across modern monetary theory, which is sort of very interesting. And then, if anybody has heard of the deficit myth by Dr. Stephanie Kelton, check that out. Yeah, I know what you mean, Herb. It's weird how, as you get older, the time seems to go quicker. You had this theory, Dee Dee, didn't you, that...
There's a proportion of your life?
Yeah, it's sort of when you're younger, things are a lot more... Everything's kind of new, and so everything...
Yeah.
The time seems to go slower.
When you're 10, you know, a year is 1/10 of your life, so it's a huge amount.
Yeah, that's right.
When you're 70, you know, it's 1/70th of your life, which isn't so much.
That's right. Yeah. You have the audio book of The Deficit Myth. Yeah, I have that too. I actually ordered the actual book like a year ago, and I have to chase it up because it was supposed to come out in June, and I still haven't gotten it. So that's why I got the audio book, and I haven't really. I sort of stopped listening to that to listen to something else, but I'll have to get back to it. I've noticed that there's certain leftist outlets start to be catching on to that whole, the myth about the deficit, like Status Quo, Jordan Chariton. He's actually, I think, interviewed Dr. Stephanie Kelton, and he also seems to understand it, you know, that federal taxes don't fund spending and all that sort of thing, and so that's really great to see somebody having a grasp of that, and I'm hoping Stephanie Kelton went on Jimmy Dawes' show, but I don't think he really understood it, and I don't think he sort of kind of really grasped what she was saying. I think he was too busy asking questions and stuff, and he probably hasn't followed it up. But it's really, really important. People understand.
I think it's
that.
particularly important for people in the United States because it doesn't really apply. I mean, this is something that, when it depends. If your economy is independent, relatively independent, like the United States.
Anyway, so it's a sovereign economy, so we won't get into explaining monetary theory, Dee. I don't think.
Okay.
But anyway, it's not really a theory, it's simply a description of the
it's just the way things work.
Of a sovereign economy. Anyway, so where are we up to here, Dee?
Well, I've just used up all my money buying spells and things.
Oh, okay.
But you've joined the temple, and now you have a whole bunch of spells. You have Civi intervention, which will allow you to fly back to temples from various places.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
And that's really useful.
Yeah, that's very handy.
And you've got mark and recall. Okay. And that lets you set a place to come to.
Yeah.
And then teleport back to that point. Mm. And that's really, really useful. And I think now you've got both mark and recall. Yeah, you've got mark and recall. See, look at all your spells now. Can you see them all? These are them. You have a lot of them now.
So, Ginny, what's happening with Melbourne and the non-mask wearers that sort of kind of don't want to wear a mask? Like,
that's crazy.
I don't understand this. I don't understand how people that have been brought up in Australian schools can end up being so sort of ignorant about that sort of thing. It's kind of, I don't know, it's sort of disturbing to see that there are people kind of, I don't know whether it's because the internet has, because there's, people are all on the internet and they start getting ideas from what's happening in other countries, and they think somehow it's got something to do with their freedom and independence. I don't know what on earth it is, but it's really weird. There seems to be, and anyway, when I was in Melbourne, I lived in Northcote for a while. That was in the late 80s, and I lived in where was it? North Carlton. That was nice. I lived across the road from Prince's Park, and that was really nice. I really loved, the food was fantastic in Melbourne at the time. The Malaysian food and excuse me. There was some I used to go to this place called the Penang Affair. I think it was still there about 10 or so years ago. And at the time, though, I wasn't vegan, but I just remember that was really great food. And let's see, where else? There was this amazing, in Carlton, there was this amazing Indian shop that had these curries that were like incredible. It was a tiny little sort of tiny little shoebox of a restaurant, and we used to get takeaways there. And oh God, it was a real exercise in curry, exercise in heat. You know?
Yeah. I love hot curries. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, Ginny was saying, I find it disturbing as well. Some very strange ideas floating around. Anti-maskers and conspiracy theories are a bit crazy. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I think humans are going a little bit nuts. The behaviours are very strange. I think all the different pressures and the climate emergency and all these different things. I think people are, and too many people in some areas, like, just too crowded, and I think it's kind of sending people a little bit spare. And then there's all the just anybody with an opinion on the internet can just put it out there, and doesn't matter how wackadoo it is. Hey,
Yeah.
and in some ways, of course, that's good. In some ways, but then I don't know. Sometimes the people with the most wackadoo opinions have got hundreds of thousands of subscribers,
Of followers. Yeah.
It's sort of so weird. Is the Black Cat Cafe still in? Is it in North Fitzroy? Ginny, do you ever go to North Fitzroy? So Herb, in Tampa, Florida, do you have problems with the hurricanes much there? Or are you sort of inland? I don't know how far inland Tampa, Florida is. So what's happening, Dee Dee?
Well, I'm trying to steal things now.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make you some money by stealing stuff.
Are you sneaking, or are you just...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I'm hiding behind this pole.
Does anybody in your area... Oh, it's on Tampa Bay, right. Does anybody in your area have like a hurricane shelter where they go underground? Do people have that? Or do they sort of go to a particular area, like a safety area or something? Or do people just stay in their houses usually? I suppose it depends what grade it is.
Yeah. Wind is very scary sometimes.
Wind is very scary. It is.
It can be.
Okay.
It can be.
Absolutely. I find it really scary.
That is quite enough.
Uh-oh.
Sarah.
Oh, he's watching me. Someone's watching me, I can tell.
Not underground, so that they don't go underground.
That would seem to be like one of the safest places to be.
Yeah. Unless, of course, they have a big cement-type building.
Yeah.
we stayed in this house which had very, very, it was crazy winds, and it had like a tin roof. it was howling. I thought it was going to be. I thought the
We
roof
we
was
were
gonna
worried
come
that
off.
the roof was going to come off.
It was scary. Wind
It
is
was
kind of, that scares me. Wind, yeah.
the wind here gets really high. It can gust up to 100 kilometers an hour.
Oh, so there are designated shelters in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the wind right where we are.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But this house is really solid.
windy here. In spring, it's kind of crazy. Oh, you think underground? You don't think underground is a good idea in a hurricane? I think that's a great idea. I don't know. Is that what you're with the question mark? He's got question mark and smiley faces. Oh, okay. Let's see. When we had the fires last year here in early 2019, God, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah. Oh, that was hideous.
That was awful. And across the river, it burnt about 180,000 hectares, and we could see the flames going along the top of the mountains, and the air was just thick with smoke, and it was really awful.
Yeah.
We actually had an air filter at one point, because it was just sort of, it was really hideous outside. You couldn't stay out for more than 5 minutes, and we were worried that the ashes and stuff were going to come across the river, but fortunately that
We
didn't
could see the
happen.
fire
It
on
was
the
very
other side of the
stressful.
river.
Yeah, we could see the fire on the other side of the river. And hopefully, fortunately, it wasn't like this in the beginning of this year. It wasn't, so that was good. And hopefully it'll be okay for a while.
Any time now.
Oh, I see. Herb said we would drown underground if it rains during a hurricane. But
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't they have sort of, can't you seal it? But I don't know, Dee Dee. Wouldn't you be able to seal it and have some sort of ventilation
I don't know.
coming through?
Yeah.
Like, I think those sort of things are problematic in a fire, but I think if you had a way of sealing it really well and had some sort of a ventilation thing, it might be not too bad, but I don't really know about that kind of stuff.
If you had it so the water couldn't get in, if you had the entrance a bit raised and then you had good drainage around it,
Right.
you could go underground.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what cyclone shelters are all like.
I mean, Florida does flood like the
meaning
the
floods.
sea,
Low water,
the
low levels of water.
The seawater and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as long as it wasn't that kind of flooding, like where, the seawater started coming in.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of just rain and having the place sealed. Yeah, you have a whole other problem if it's leaking.
If it's what?
You'd have a whole other problem if it was leaking.
Yes. And if the sea level rose, you'd have a different problem too.
And
Yes, I'll go
Herb says, however, hurricanes also spawn tornadoes which rip trailers to pieces sometimes, yeah. Do you like living in Florida? It seems to be a little bit problematic with certain, like the governor there seems to be a bit.
Sargonian.
Okay, I'm going to go do bread, so.
Okay. And they're a little bit gun happy there. Do you like living there? What? Oh, water rises from below. Oh wow, okay. That's weird. How does that work? Water rises from below. The water table is Oh, the water is the water table high, Herb? Do you need a hand tipping that into anything? No, it's already there. I can't resist fresh, new bread from the oven. It's really hard to wait until it cools down. I remember my mother told me a story of when she was young, and there was some newly baked bread or something, and and her mother came to my grandmother. Her mother came to sort of use it, and all the insides had been kind of pulled out of it. She pulled all the insides out of the middle of it. I bet she was popular. My mum. To her mother's bread. She pulled all the insides out, like from underneath, and so it was just the kind of the
That's
crust.
terrible.
Yeah, it's very naughty.
An empty crust.
Yeah, but she, obviously really likes fresh bread. I'm pretty sure that was her that did that.
I used to love, when I was in Greece, in Thessaloniki, they used to have these little baguettes that they would sell.
Yeah.
And they had the most wonderful, Turkey and Greece were just fabulous for all kinds of bean dishes.
Uh-huh.
And they had these wonderful bean dishes, and what I would do is get a baguette and pull the middle out and eat it, and fill it with these bean things.
Oh.
And that was just it was heaven.
Yum.
It was really yummy.
Yum, yum.
Yeah. But Turkey had the most incredible variety of vegan, veggie and bean things. It's an amazingly good cuisine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if it's still like that.
I don't know. I was there in the 70s, so early 70s.
Yeah. What's the name of this fellow again? Ajira. This cat. Kadjit.
Yash. Oh, the Kadjit.
Yeah.
The Kadjit is Ajira, but this woman is a high elf. This isn't.
Can you pass me the air conditioning thing?
Yeah. If I can.
Thank you.
This woman is a high elf. She's the alchemist.
Right.
She's Nalkarya. She's the one who we stole the diamonds off
beans. Of. Yeah.
Oh, good. I charmed her a little bit. I'm going to try and chat her up.
Okay, who's that?
Oh. This is the alchemist.
We were only going to play for an hour, but
and we've already gone way beyond that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, while the bread is in the oven, I think we should keep going.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What exactly do you require of me?
But when the bread cools down, all bets are off.
That's right. That's right. Okay, 1179. Let's see.
Do many houses have basements in Tasmania? They don't here in Central Florida. Not really, no. We don't really have basements here, do we?
No, rarely.
No, really.
Houses tend to be built on stumps, older houses.
Yeah.
And newer houses are built on slabs.
Mm.
A lot of houses were built on stumps because a lot of the ground is not very level.
Dee Dee's very clever and she can build houses. She's been building this house.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a good house.
And
it's
built
a
like
solid
a brick
house.
SHIT house, isn't it, Dee Dee?
Yes.
It's like it's built really, really solid.
Yeah.
It's got this one long, really thick iron beam that goes right down the length of the house. It's got many, many trusses in the ceiling, and
It's a 2-story house.
it looks like an old Federation kind of type house.
Yeah.
It's a very nice house. It's a nice house. It's a nice house because, it is.
What?
It's a very nice house.
Say again?
It's a very nice house.
It is a very nice house. I like it.
Ginny said, I learned how to make sourdough bread in our last lockdown, but I've run out of flour now, so I can't make any more. I have fresh... I have fresh... I have fresh bread envy.
Ah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. We knocked off the rest of the chocolate cake today. I can't seem to stop eating chocolate cake in winter or any sort of dessert, or I don't know, just the cold. There's something about the cold and puddings and cakes and things. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
Maybe, what do you call it, pudiction? Pudding addiction.
Maybe. Did I buy scales? Why isn't the stuff I bought?
The cats like it, Ginny. After all, they kind of run everything, and every piece of furniture is theirs, isn't it, dear?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Oh, there's 7 people watching. Oh, that's nice.
Oh
Hello
my,
to
there's
whoever
a bunch
happens
of
to be
people
lurking.
watching.
7.
Wow.
Hello to anybody who's...
I wonder who everybody is.
Anybody who's lurking, but come and say hello if you wish.
Yes. Now, I'm going to see if I can make some stuff.
The game structures time for idle chit-chat like a card game. It's a relaxed way of conversing. Yes.
I made 3 potions of water walking.
I find in winter it's hard to fit everything into the daylight hours, because there's only like 8 hours really, isn't there, of daylight here at the moment.
Yeah.
So you sort of like get up and you feel like you're kind of racing to cram everything in before the sun goes down. It's almost like blink and the sun's gone down again, isn't it?
It is.
Feels like that.
It is.
Hi, Nee the Wonder Cat. Nee the Wonder Cat says hello, Dee Dee.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Anybody else lurking? Come say hello.
Yeah. Nee the Wonder Cat.
Dee Dee's playing Morrowind. I'm a piker. I'm Trish, and Dee Dee's the one playing Morrowind. And I'm very clumsy and klutzy at playing any sort of game, but I'll get better.
Let's see.
Where are you from, Nee, the Wonder Cat, if you don't mind my asking?
We're introducing each other and ourselves.
Winter's here a brutal, Nee the Wonder Cat says. Are you in Canada?
In Canada?
No, I'm just asking them. Herb says that was how it was. That was how it was Labrador in the winter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the sun going down really quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Fortunately, I haven't had any. Oh, okay. You're in Canada. Oh, right. You're not in. Where is that? Where Regina is, Saskatchewan, are you? Like, because that gets really cold.
Yeah. The Great Plains. Yes.
Let's tell them a quick story about what happened in Thailand.
Okay.
If you're in Saskatchewan, near the Wondercat, I made this terrible decision to take my very elderly mother on a cruise.
Because she loves cruises,
yeah, she loves
and
cruises.
Asia.
Yeah,
and I'd never been on a cruise before.
Yeah, she loves cruises, and I didn't know really.
And she hadn't been on a cruise. Your mum hadn't been on a cruise for decades.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So she had, and my father had just died, and so we thought, well, you know, Mum hasn't been able to do anything for a long time, so we thought we'd take her on a cruise. And I didn't know that they were big floating death ships, big floating warehouses that polluted. I just didn't look into it very well.
They're
and
horrible.
So we took a cruise. We took her on a cruise. She's very old, like literally at the time she was 98, I think, wasn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
But a very active 98, and very, very with it. A little bit frail, like a little bit. She was sort of underweight and stuff, but like she's, you know, really very with it and stuff. Anyway, so we went on this, and it's kind of a bit of a nightmare. They said it'd be fine for vegans, you know, you'll be fine. You just ask them, you just tell them you're vegan, and it'll be fine. Well,
they said, they have chefs. They'll make you whatever they want. It'll be fabulous. There'll be first class vegan meals every evening.
Every meal, it was like it was a. What was it? Every meal, it was a kind of a sort of not a debate, but a discussion, you know, about what they had and what they didn't, and it was just really, you know, it wasn't like at all what like they said. But anyway, this isn't the point I was making, but I'm digressing here. But so it was a bit of a nightmare, and also the tours were awful. They were just kind of, I don't know, sort of Dodgy Brothers type tours, really kind of on the cheap. And so anyway, we got on this bus in what was that out Bangkok? Did we get on a bus in Bangkok and went to on a tour? Didn't we?
Yeah, we went on yeah.
Was it? Is that
we went to Bangkok, and then we went to.
Is Chiang Mai even in Thailand?
Pat Pong, yes.
Where did we go?
Pat Pong.
Okay. Well, we
down
went to
that
this
way.
temple.
It was actually a temple that was near Pat Pong.
This is I'm really scraping now to relate that to.
Now, I actually love Southeast Asia, and I love Thailand particularly. Yeah. And I had been going on this cruise thinking, oh, it's a cruise through Southeast Asia. We'll have all fabulous food, you know, and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. And instead, they had these buffets that were all done with food imported from America.
Yeah, it was just
because
silly.
It was an American cruise liner.
Yeah, it was a big mistake. I didn't do any
insane.
research
it was
at all.
Horrible.
I thought it was going to be the same as what the cruises were like in the mid-70s and early 80s. Like
Trish has been on cruises
I
before.
went on a couple of cruises when I was very young, and they were kind of nothing like what they are now. These gigantic warehouses on the water. And but anyway, so we went to this temple, and in Thailand, and there was this and I saw this very young dog. The other dogs were kind of older, and there was this young dog, a black dog. What did she look like? What kind of dog?
She looked a little bit like a border collie.
Oh, really?
A little bit like.
She didn't have any long hair or anything.
No, a border collie, Australian border collie.
Oh no, I
they're short-haired.
Like no, we have different memories of that. Anyway, so
anyway,
anyhow,
a black dog with kind of medium size.
Yeah, she was a small,
short hair,
and she was only like about 2 or 3 months old.
She was young. She was probably older than that. She was probably 6 months old or something.
So I saw her and I thought, oh no, and I took a couple of photos of her because I thought I'd really like to try and see if we can rescue her. The other dogs are sort of much older, and I thought, well, they're used to this.
She was obviously really hungry.
Yeah, she was obviously really hungry, and also you could tell, like, somebody went to pat her and she kind of cowered and stuff, but she was very friendly. You know, she's really sweet. So I took a couple of photos, and then, anyway, to cut a long story short, we managed to, after much sort of different people kind of finding her firstly at the temple, and then taking her to a shelter there, and then getting her desexed, and then taking her to another place, and then flying her across to Canada, and then flying her eventually to her forever home in Regina, Saskatchewan. I think that's the name of the Saskatchewan, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she's, you know, she really landed on her feet there with these people. It cost a bit of money, but it was really, really great to be able to take her from there, because I thought she's just going to get pregnant, and she's going to end up really mangy, and she's going to be, you know, trying to get food all the time, and, you know, it's just the whole thing. I just couldn't bear it. I'm terrible, really. That's one of the, I can't, you know, obviously you can't afford to, you can't save everybody, but, you know, that. So anyway, she's very happy there, so that's great. That was like 8 years ago. Yeah, that was fun. So it just reminded me when I hear about, so she went from a really hot place to really, really freezing, but, you know, they have the dog coats and all that kind of stuff, and so she's really happy there. But it was just great to know she wasn't going to spend her life kind of scrounging for food and being riddled with worms and pregnant and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's one reason I remember in India seeing a lot of dogs that were in a really bad way, and I just have a lot of trouble with that. As a vegan, you know, it's, you know, animal exploitation all around, and that's just part of it. But anyway, so it just reminded me of that anyhow. I just thought I'd tell that story. It's a nice, happy ending. Normally I don't share that, do I, Dee Dee? But why not?
Yeah. It ended up being a major effort to rescue her.
Yeah, it was a major production to get her from there to...
And of course, there's lots of dogs that need rescuing.
Lots of dogs there. It's sad.
But,
it's really awful,
but at least we managed to rescue her.
Yeah,
and that was kind of pretty special.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed in Bangkok, the street dogs there, there was a couple of street dogs, and they looked like they had a real mission. They were traveling along the roads in Bangkok together. And, you know, you could tell they probably had a place where they go to get fed. I think I didn't notice any dogs there looking really skinny, though.
I think the monks and stuff put food out.
Yeah,
or
but even in Bangkok, the dogs there, you know, that were running around didn't seem skinny, or, you know.
Yeah.
I think they're getting food from somewhere.
I think it's because it's a Buddhist country. Yeah. And it's like every morning they're feeding the monks and everything like that. And I mean, that's an amazing thing. Have you seen them feeding the monks in Thailand? Like,
Feeding
people will set up little tables on the footpath and have food, little packets of food for monks and so on, because they're Theravada monks and they're not allowed to work or anything like that, and have to be dependent on charity. That's part of their vows. Yeah. Well, I just loved Thailand. I thought it was such a wonderful place.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Hail, Argonian.
Oh, we better play some of this game, Didi. Anyway, it's funny because that little dog, who we called Tara at the time, kind of a Buddhist name, it's funny, I never even really got to touch her. I only sort of literally saw her for probably 2 or 3 minutes took a photo of her, and then we had to get back on the bus. So I didn't even really get to even touch her, kind of thing. So it was really funny, you know, to sort of have such a connection, though, with that particular sentient being, but never ever sort of actually get to touch her or even see her more than a couple of minutes. Hey, Dee Dee, 'cause we had to get on the bus.
I think we were able to feed her.
No.
And
Oh, no.
yeah, we got her some food.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I do, because there was that little food cellar that was right nearby.
Yeah, but I think we had to kind of toss it to her and run, because we were...
Yeah, I think we did,
it was
but
like
we
really,
did get her some food. I
Yeah.
remember that pretty distinctly.
Yeah. I follow the cheap lazy vegan on Instagram, and I think she lives in Alberta, or maybe it's... I think it is. Anyway, it gets really cold there. So how have you been going during COVID, neither Wondercat? How have you... Did you get out much? Are you in an apartment building where you've kind of been stuck? How about you, Herb? Are people really silly in Florida with the masks? Anyway, that cruise ship was a ship from hell, wasn't it, Dee Dee?
What's that?
The cruise ship from hell. I had PTSD. I had PTSD after being on that ship, between the having to do... You know,
your mother's never talked about it either.
Yeah, she hasn't talked to my mother. Didn't even enjoy it, and she loves cruises, and we only
she
did
used
that
to
for
love
her
cruises
because she's so old, and we thought she'd like a cruise, but none of us enjoyed it. But we were too embarrassed to sort of say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at home almost most of the time, Herb? Is that a small home? Like, are you sort of feel cramped in there? Winter snow. Hi, winter snow. Most cashiers don't wear masks where I am in North Carolina. Oh, okay.
Who's in North Carolina?
Winter snow.
Oh, yeah.
No. I mean, I would never have gone on a cruise, if it hadn't been for the fact my mother was really old and my father had just died, and we thought it was a good idea, didn't we, Dee Dee?
Well, yes. I mean, your mum had
to take her on a cruise because she loves
She'd love cruises. She was hanging out to go on a cruise for a long time.
Yeah.
And she couldn't because Trisha's father wouldn't go.
Yeah.
They used to go on cruises, I think, in the 60s or something like that.
Yeah.
Or the 70s.
Yeah.
And when she went on the cruise, she was horrified, really.
Well, she didn't show that she was horrified, but I think
she pretty much was, though.
She was horrified on the inside. We were horrified on the outside.
Yeah.
We didn't sort of say anything to her, but and then just to top it all off, then we got we picked up
some horrible
virus in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Which was real fun. And
yeah.
I was I was sick just before we had to fly back, and I had to spend like 24 hours on a plane and about 8 hours in Hong Kong like airport. And I just really felt like that after while being sick.
Yeah.
So anyway, it took me about a year and a half to get over. And just before I went on the cruise, I broke my arm.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had a sort of a cast on.
In a cast the entire time.
I was saying to Dee Dee, I really don't. I must have had premonitions. I don't really want to go on this cruise. I've got my broken arm.
And I thought, how how could you? How could you leave me
Yeah.
to take your mother on a cruise around Southeast Asia? I've never been on a cruise. I've never wanted to be on a cruise. Yeah. I love Southeast Asia, but I like spending a lot of time and wandering around. Yeah.
Yeah. So you thought misery loves company.
Yeah.
Misery loves company, right?
Yes.
Well, the
I said,
cruises
"No,
in the
I'm not."
past, Herb, I didn't. Well, in the late 70s, early 80s, they were, well, in Australia anyway, they weren't. They had like almost like probably 2 decks. So they had a lower deck for the crew, and then they had sort of. Actually, no, they probably had more than that. But it was like, you know how these cruises now, literally, they look like they've got 20 decks above deck or something.
Yeah,
don't they?
yeah, they're just massive,
And they're
like
massive
apartment
warehouses.
buildings.
But on these 2 cruises I went on, there must have been maybe about 300 people on each or something. In these big cruises now, they have like thousands, don't they, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
you don't have the problem with getting, sick bacteria, and they don't have they didn't have those bain-marie type things which they have on big cruises. They don't, it's just, it was a lot more personalized and stuff. And, so it was just sort of like, it just didn't feel like this floating metropolis that was all bacteria ridden. I mean, I went for a swim on this cruise, this warehouse cruise,
Yeah.
This is in, 8 years ago. And I was just wearing this T-shirt over, it was sort of fairly casual. I was just wearing this T-shirt. And the T-shirt, they put so much chlorine in the water that my T-shirt pretty much bleached, didn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah. And it reeked of chlorine.
It literally reeked.
For over a year.
Like, I washed it and everything, but that pool they put so much chlorine in it. It reeked of chlorine for a year afterwards, even after I washed it. I mean, that's insane. So,
Yeah.
I mean, basically what they were probably trying to do is to not only just make sure that nothing could live in that water, but also that nobody would go into the pool.
Yes, probably. I think the first day it wasn't too bad.
Oh, hi, Holly. I thought Holly went. I thought you were off. You must have come back. We didn't think we'd still be here. Let's see. I have a mask collection. I don't mind. Yeah, I'm getting a couple of other masks. We've got about 3 or 4 now. So that's good. And what is it? Herb masks are required here too, but it doesn't matter. The police aren't enforcing it. In fact, they don't wear masks either. Winter Snow, what state do you live in? I'm not sure. Holly said, "Oh, haha, me neither. Nice surprise." Yeah.
The what?
Holly didn't think she'd be back.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you up to with this, Dee Dee?
I'm killing rats for
Oh,
you.
no.
Good vegan activity.
Herb says, Dee Dee, Herb says the pool was something of a sheep dip, it seems. Yes.
The pool was what?
Yes, the pool was something of a sheep dip, he said.
Yes.
And Dee Dee made the mistake of opening her eyes underwater.
and I couldn't see properly for a day.
And she couldn't see properly for a day. Anyway, so I had this cast on my arm when I went on the cruise. So that was heaps of fun because Dee Dee talked me into going with it because I was trying to back out of it. And so I got the cast off, and fortunately my arm was okay. Is somebody attacking you?
Yes,
What's
a
happening?
rat.
Oh
A
no.
rat is attacking me.
In this game, a lot of those little animals attack you.
All of the animals are hostile.
Yeah. So you sort of have no choice. You can try and run away from them, but they keep running after you, don't they? Diddy?
Yes, and if you get good later on, you can be very good at sneaking or be invisible and get away from most of them,
Yeah.
and they won't see you.
Yes.
And that's great.
It's nice. Nee, the Wonder Cat, was saying, this is a nice live stream. Good to hear some laughter. Yes. Yes, things can get a bit serious, particularly on my channel. So I decided that I'd just have some kind of like once a week or once a fortnight, have a live stream where it was kind of light and stuff, because there's just so much that's kind of wrong at the moment, or has been for a long time now. So
Yes.
it's just nice to just do something that's kind of just very fluffy and light, really.
Yeah.
Are you a subscriber, Nee? Because or did you just see this live stream when you're on YouTube?
And I'm doing a starting character for Trish.
Oh,
This
yes.
is
But Didi's so good at this, it's going to be far from... By the time I get back to that character, it's going to have all these different levels and
no, it
fancy
won't
armor
really,
and
probably,
stuff.
but it will be. At least have joined the Mages Guild and joined the Fighters Guild and the Temple and a few
Right,
things.
yeah,
The Temple is really good because you get to go on pilgrimages
right.
and
yeah,
help people.
Yeah.
Let's see, Hearth Heal. I don't have any more magic, I don't think.
Oh, you are? Okay. Nee is a subscriber. Oh, that's nice.
What's that?
Nee is a subscriber.
Ah, yeah. I better restore your health.
You didn't go in the ship's pool with the cast. It was one of those casts, actually. You could go. It was a waterproof cast, wasn't it, Didi? The cast on my arm.
Oh.
So I could go in the water, but I'm just trying to
was
think.
it waterproof? No, it wasn't waterproof. We had to put a.
No, it was.
You had to put a plastic thing around it. We had to buy a special plastic thing.
No, that's true. Yeah. No, it did have I held it up pretty much above the water and stuff, but I didn't have. It was almost healed by the time I got to the cruise, didn't I, Didi?
Yeah.
It was almost healed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And mind you, I have actually above average bone density. I found out with a bone density scan, but in the beginning of this year, I broke my arm again. Broke my left arm instead of my right.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Like on doing something completely benign.
Gardening.
I was actually walking backwards with the hose.
Watering.
And there was these sort of ornamental stones we had, and I just kind of forgot they were there and tried to regain my balance because I was going over backwards, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to go down. So I thought, and in a split second, I thought I'm going to put my left arm out because I'd already broken my right arm on another occasion. So I put my left arm out, and sure enough, I heard this crack, and I thought, oh, great. I was so angry at myself.
Yeah.
I was so angry. Oh, you're a long-time subscriber. That's nice, Nee.
May I help you?
And so anyway, and it hurt like hell. And fortunately, we had some heavy-duty painkillers. And so I took, and Didi drove me to the hospital. But then I had to have an operation on it. And so it dragged out. The whole thing kind of dragged out. And it's still recovering like I still sort of haven't got full function with it after the operation. They put a plate in the wrist and stuff, but I can't quite close. I can't quite. My little finger doesn't quite work fully like it should. It's not too bad. I can pick things up and carry things and do all of that, but it feels very
and
stiff.
it's getting better.
But it's
slowly.
getting better very slowly, though.
Very slowly.
But
I don't understand why you don't have full mobility, really.
I don't think I could stand it if I broke my arm again, and
no,
that would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, broken bones are no fun, Holly.
Yeah.
Greetings. What shall we talk
But you know, it's amazing how just in a split second you can do something that can change everything for, months and months.
Yeah.
I mean, just one stupid thing of just walking back slowly and just watering the garden, and the next thing I'm in agony and going to the hospital. God, that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then something weird happened I don't know. I'm just kind of rabbling on here. I hope people don't mind. I'm just yapping on. But anyway, then in the recovery room after the operation, my vital signs went all bizarre. I think it was because because our public hospital system, the neoliberals in office and the neoconservatives are trying to destroy the Medicare for all, bit by bit. By the way, Dee Dee, the bread is dinged.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to destroy the public hospital systems and make them dysfunctional. And so I had to be put on this emergency list to get my wrist done. And for a week, and this was in summer, I sort of had to nil by mouth every day and then hope that they could fit me in. And that was like 6 days of nil by mouthing. And by the time they did the operation, I think I might have been sort of dehydrated. And I actually asked them before they took me into the thing, could they give me some extra fluids because I was dehydrated. I'm not sure if they did. And then when I came out, I had this really high blood pressure and high pulse rate, which was really weird, tachycardia and high blood pressure, and which was so strange and was kind of freaking them out a little bit. And eventually they sort of just gave me some magnesium, and then it all came back to normal. I think that there was just too many nil by mouths and stuff going on, and I think it took its toll. But I didn't tell anybody about it. I kept it a secret because I didn't want anybody to freak out, but yeah, anyway, that was a lot of fun. Not. Yeah, so it's funny though because like having been a nurse myself, it's funny, when nurses are worried, even though they're pretending like everything's okay, you can tell they're starting to worry. Yeah. Oh no, they were always nice to me. I don't think it mattered that they knew I was an ex-nurse. They were just very nice there. Yeah, really nice. But that nil by mouthing every day was no fun. Good God, that was awful. It's not a great thing to do in summer, not being able to drink, most of the day, every day for 6 days. Hey, Eve. Look, Didi, look. So our little guy, he's a very young cat. Our lovely Anjushri, she died about a year ago today. She had chronic renal failure, and we did subcutaneous fluids with her for every other day for 5 years, didn't we, Didi? And it only took a few minutes every other day, and she was as happy as Larry, had really good quality of life. Anyway, she eventually died And then we decided we.
She was quite old by the time she died.
Yeah, she was 17. She actually developed full-on chronic renal failure at 12, but we managed to, just with some
Keep her
simple
going.
150 mils every other day, we kept her going, and she was very happy, had a good appetite right up until the last 2 weeks, didn't she, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Anyway, so, and then we got this little guy, Aoife, who we adopted him pretty soon afterwards because we were so kind of devastated that Nanjushri had gone, even though, you know, we didn't want her to, we knew it was time.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, Aoife's, he is now about, he was, we didn't intend to get a young cat. We always try and get old cats, don't we? Adopt old cats.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they didn't have any old cats at all. They didn't even have cats that were like 4 and 5, or like they had cats that were 5 years old, but they were that you had to adopt both cats, and we couldn't do that. We couldn't actually take 2 cats at a time. So we ended up coming home with this little guy who was 6 months old, and oh my God, he's so adorable, isn't he, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Just adorable. And he's just a little, like a short-haired tabby cat, really, isn't he?
Well, yes,
Short
except his markings are really those of an African wildcat.
Yeah.
He's got black feet and black between his toes, and the stripe pattern is a bit different than typical mackerel tabbies.
Yeah, and he's got aquamarine eyes.
And he's got very long arms.
Very long arms, yeah. It's so funny. It's like he doesn't seem to know what to do with his arms.
Yeah.
He kind of stretches them out over the little cat tree.
And he makes...
It's like it's so funny. And he makes these little wildcat sounds.
And he makes these strange little noises.
Yeah, sort of like I'm not exactly sure what a wildcat sounds like, but those, you know, what you hear in the nature shows and stuff, he sounds like it doesn't sound like a cat. It sounds like it doesn't sound like a domestic cat. It sounds like a little wildcat. But he sort of makes these little wow sort of sounds and stuff. As he's running around, he's zigzagging, and it's hilarious. He's so funny.
Yeah.
He's like bouncing off the walls. He's so funny, and he's so sweet. He's just a friend to everybody, isn't he?
He is.
Such a sweet little guy. Anyway, today I was outside sitting in the sun with him, and he jumped up on the side of the on the windowsill, and it was a bit slippery, and he kind of slipped off, and then he hit his chest on the bench as he was going down the wooden bench. And it's just amazing how little cats, you know, how they just adjust and adapt immediately to pain. It's, you know, like it's this, you know, it's a survival thing, but they just kind of, he didn't really show any, it must have really hurt, but he just kind of he kind of scampered off and sat underneath this sort of bench for a while, and but you know, after about 2 or 3 minutes, he was fine. He was kind of, you know, looking quite. But it's just amazing how they absorb pain, isn't it, Dee?
Yeah.
They just don't show it.
Yeah.
Poor little guy. But I'm sure he must have a bruised chest.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this piece of bread. And hello to anybody who's lurking. Feel free to say hello. I'm just crapping on here.
Yeah. We're waiting for the bread to... Actually, I'm baking it a little bit more around the outside.
Oh, yeah?
I take it out of the pan. We use a loaf tin. And I take it out of the tin and then cook it a little bit more so that the crust hardens up nicely. What? Is it still on? No.
You have to put it in for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Trish is very anxious to get some bread.
I'm very anxious for the bread.
See, I managed to sneak past that little guy now. See the little worm up there?
No.
There. See?
I've got a buffering thing. Not
Oh.
much is happening. Is the screen buffering for anybody else? It's buffering.
See him
for
crawling
me.
along? My cursor's on him.
Huh?
My cursor's on him. It's a Quama forager.
Oh look, you can actually see the live stream comments in the thing there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Are they saying that it's not buffering or anything, is it?
Oh, I don't want to go around that naked man.
Oh, the stream is fine. Okay.
What's that?
The stream is fine.
Oh, good.
Let's see. Nee said, Dee Dee, a live stream baking show would be fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dee Dee's really good now at baking bread, Nee. And I'm really good at making cake and curries, aren't I, Dee Dee?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll do that.
Well, what we might
point.
do is I might actually
although it takes a long time.
Dee Dee, we might film a video of just you
Of the baking?
You making the bread.
Yeah.
There's different steps, but it'd be worth it, wouldn't it?
It takes a long time. It would be a very long live stream with an awful lot of waiting.
Yes, that's true. If it was a live stream, it'd be like, what, 10 hours or something?
Yeah.
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 If it was continuous.
I end up doing things like putting the culture, the starter culture, into Rise. You make your starter culture again every time, and you put it into Rise, and
then we do a special dance
and it takes
outside
about
around
2
the tree.
hours or so.
We do a bread dance outside in the tree.
I do.
Yes.
I pray to the moon.
Yeah.
And
anyway, we
invoke Hecate.
Yeah. We don't really, but anyway, so yeah, Dee Dee does a great bread, and it's sort of it really it's quite large, isn't it? I mean, it's sort of a bit like
it's a big loaf.
Big loaf, yeah.
Yeah. I used nearly 800 grams, nearly a kilo. That's probably 2 pounds of
2 pounds
flour.
Flour, right. Bread dance live, yeah. Does anybody ever go to the... Oh, I suppose the movies aren't really open anymore. People don't really go to the movies anymore, do they, really?
No, not so much.
Not really.
Well, people do.
I stopped going.
I know
we stopped
people
going
who
to the
do.
movies because it's too expensive. God, it's so expensive now.
What?
It's so expensive now.
Yeah.
Going to the movies.
The
last time I went to the movies was when they had Star Wars come out. I'm not talking 1978, but I actually saw that one come out in the movies.
Yeah.
But the one... I actually saw it at the movie theatre. But this one, the recent one, when was that? Was that like 4 years ago? The one that...
We've seen some... I think the last thing we've seen may have been the Marigold Hotel.
Oh, did we? No, the last one we saw... Was it? No, I think the last one we saw was the Star Wars thing in town.
Oh, yeah. Did we see that in a movie theater?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
That was Star Wars, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first one of this last series.
Oh, okay.
The one where they had... Oh, I don't know what her name was.
Ginny said she'd like to see a baking video, too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll do a baking video.
Yeah, we won't be able to live stream it, though, because
I'll probably do it on my channel, though.
What?
I'll probably do it on my channel, though.
Yeah.
I've got to do
Dee Dee's
some more.
got a channel, If Life Is a Leaf. I'm actually using her account to talk in the comment section.
Why?
However, the screen is for Morrowind is too dark to see much of anything. I think that's because it's nighttime. I find it really... It sort of goes through the time, like it'll have daytime, nighttime and stuff. So at the present time, it's nighttime. And I find it really dark too. Sort of hard to see what's going on. But that'll kind of pass, won't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah.
I guess you could have a rest and make it daytime.
It's not too bad. I mean, wait till we get into a cave.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Is there a cave around here? Maybe
Yes.
we could have a little rest and make it daytime.
Well, I have to go and kill a bunch of people in the cave.
Oh, I see.
As one does.
You should show the character to people, like show
Okay.
what they
Oh,
look like.
okay. This is
Oh.
Yash.
So Holly, the last movie Holly saw was Black Panther. I never saw that.
No, we didn't see that. I thought the idea of, the
CIA helping
the
them
black
was a bit,
people and the CIA working together
that was
to
a bit out there, yeah.
bit on the nose. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
Yash
But then I
anyway.
heard it was sort of apart from that, it was supposed to be, I don't know, supposed to be good.
Yeah, a lot of people liked it. Yeah. Oh no.
It's terrible. I've retreated into just watching Star Trek Voyager and DVDs of things I like because it's, I don't know, I find everything is so grim now on cable. It's
All
really
the grim dark stuff is a
grim,
bit
dark, sort of
much to
dystopian.
deal with.
Yeah, there's enough of that in real life.
Yeah. I think they say there's something about production saving money or whatever, using dark.
Oh, and Herb.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, based on the comics, yeah. Oh, I see. Right. And
It's daytime.
Herb
Look,
said, however,
and it's raining.
the screen is for Morrowind is too dark to see much of anything. Any chance of adjusting brightness or contrast, day scenes are more visible. Yeah, I love Star Trek too, Holly. I find it very comforting.
Yeah.
Watching Star Trek because it's just sort of kind of probably something we'll never ever get to on this planet. That sort of. I know it's got its own problems because the screenwriters the script writers are all speciesist and they're all sexist and everything. So that kind of can come through, but still the whole idea of it, the actual idea of Star Trek, is kind of a nice one.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I can't quite afford that. Okay.
I don't know if you like Voyager. Holly, we're kind of big fans of Star Trek Voyager.
Hmm.
We like that one. I like the original series too, and I don't mind the Next Generation, but I think they should. I think Patrick Stewart shouldn't have ventured into that Picard thing because that's not really at all like Star Trek. I feel like they're trying to hijack the whole franchise and make it into something that it isn't. Star Trek, now with the Picard thing. Anyway. Oh yes, one can always hope. That's true, Holly.
One can what?
One can always hope that that things got actually like Star Trek, where they're non-interventionist kind of thing.
Yeah.
And all of that. Diversity, embracing diversity. Wouldn't that be nice? I never really got into Deep Space Nine. I have to say, I haven't really given it a go. Have you watched it, Dee Dee? Deep Space Nine?
Yes, I did watch some of it. It was a bit too, I don't know.
But I hear good things about it, but I haven't. I must sort of give it a go because I really haven't given it a go. Deep Space Nine. I remember that guy, the guy from He was in The Good Wife, Renee Aubergine or something, Auberger or Aubergeois.
Yeah.
Is that his name, Didi?
Renee
Yeah, he
Aubergine,
died
something
last
like
year.
that.
Yeah. He actually played a really. I remember there was that. I did watch one show, and he played
He
that.
played the
sort of-
shapeshifter.
Yeah, the shapeshifter. And I thought that was a really interesting character. And the captain was kind of interesting. I remember.
Yeah.
Hey. Do you think he's a little bit subdued tonight because he's hurt his little chest? Odo, that's his name. Odo. Regine Auberginois or something like that. Yeah.
Speak freely, friend.
Odo is the character's name.
Yeah, Odo, yeah. What was that about bandwidth reduction, Herb? What was that? Anyway, maybe next time we'll increase the contrast. Although in the daytime it's pretty good though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is the daytime.
Oh no, the bread is ready. Have you still got fresh bread, Envy, Jenny? What's that? Oh yeah. Well, I think you just have to get out of the nighttime, really. Hey. I think you just have to get out of the nighttime. Hello to anybody who's lurking. Feel free to drop in and say hi. I'm just crapping on.
Okay.
I watched a little bit of that cable show. What was it called? Luke Cage.
Which
I really
one?
like that actor.
Luke Cage?
Yeah, the guy who
Oh, that's
played
excellent.
Luke Cage. What's his name? Luke Cage, the guy who played him.
I don't remember.
He was an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was an interesting. It was great to see a cast of pretty much all black people, wasn't it?
Pretty much.
That was really great.
Yeah.
That's really great to see where it's just sort of but then they shut it down. I don't know why that was. Why was that? Can you remember?
I think he didn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Was it getting a bit weird?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Nee. Have you got to go now? Okay, well, have a lovely day and keep warm if it's, I suppose it's summer there now, isn't it? Have a good day. And thanks for dropping by. We'll probably do this. We'll try and do this if it's not every Saturday, it'll be every other Saturday. But I'll try and put a little video up just before.
We'll do the bread before that.
Because I don't think you can actually, you can't schedule these gamer live stream things. You can't do that, can you?
I don't think so. Except that you make an actual schedule, but.
Oh, now Jenny says she's got. Yes, now it's warm bread envy. Warm bread envy she's got now.
Oh.
I'm feeling peckish but have no snacks. Oh, no. No snacks. We had a tofu emergency today because we like to have some tofu because you can do all sorts of things with tofu, but we're going to have to go and get some of that.
Yeah.
Have to go and get a few things.
Oh, good. There we go. Wonder if I can sleep here. Probably not.
Adventure lies beyond the cities.
No.
Isn't it funny how your computer is spinning like that? Buffering, and yet it's on the TV. That's weird. Video compression to reduce bandwidth is likely aided by dark backgrounds, dark
did
areas.
I sell my stuff to him?
Oh yeah, that's true.
What happened?
Herb says video compression to reduce bandwidth is likely aided by dark backgrounds and dark areas. What is it? Oh, okay, now.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. It's just on your computer it sort of buffers a bit, but it's on the TV. That makes no sense, does it? But anyway.
Okay. Well, when I put my new my new video card, it might not do that. Trishy?
Yeah.
Greetings to you. Pleasure to meet you.
Hello to whoever is lurking, and if you feel like coming in and saying hi.
So, where are you from?
What you doing now, Dee Dee? Oh,
What?
it's raining. It's raining now.
It's raining in Morrowind. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
Rain sounds. Oh. Oh, no, that's... Uh-oh.
We discovered this, or through some other YouTuber, this thing called Skillshare, and you can get
With what?
You can get you can. How much is it? It's not very much, is it, to join Skillshare?
Skillshare. Oh yeah.
Did we
Yeah.
pay any money for that?
It's a few. You can generally. There's a number of people who will give you 2 months
Yeah.
credit.
And you can learn
for
sort
it.
of like
All
OBS
kinds of things.
and just all sorts of things, languages, and it's actually really good. Like I was going to see if I could teach myself Adobe Premiere Pro, because at some point I want to get like a camera to sort of do the videos for this Fancy Eagles from Vega, and a decent a better microphone, and then you sort of need to have a decent kind of video editing thing. So the Adobe Premiere Pro is supposed to be kind of good for that. But I thought I'll learn that through this Skillshare thing. Anyway, if you're not aware of it, check it out. It's just Skillshare.com, isn't it, Dee Dee?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, there's a number of people. ContraPoints.
Yeah.
T1J. Cat Black.
Yeah. Anyway, you might want to put them in the.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll put them in there. There's a different people that.
A number of the left kind of YouTube people.
If you kind of use their link, you can get 2 months free or something. Anyway, this isn't an ad for anything. I'm not getting any money for it. I'm just, it's just that I thought it was really quite good because you can learn different things. Oh no, here comes the bread out of the oven. Oh no. What, are you happy with it, Dee Dee? It looks pretty good. Nice. Should I give you a blow-by-blow description, Ginny, so that you can really, really feel envy? Just saying to Ginny, should we give her a blow-by-blow description of the bread? Of when we eat it. Yeah. Let's just go. How long will it take for it to cool down? 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Well, we can do it till then, can't we? Oh, it's all right, isn't it? Time means nothing here.
Time means nothing. In between making this bread, I've been plastering a room.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Make a
You wouldn't
cup
feel
of
like
tea.
giving me a little bit of what you had there.
All right. Oh God. Okay.
Just because I love it so. Okay. Now I'm about to sneak into a cave where I've got to kill people. Thank you. Oh my, you've given me quite a lot. Oh no. I've been chased by a rat. These rats are really tough. I know, but it's hot still. It's not right to eat it now. Okay, save, sneak. Oh, nice and quiet in this cave.
I'm cruel, aren't I, Ginny, talking about the fresh bread, particularly when you have no snacks in the house.
Oh no, they're all coming up after me. Ah! I've got 3 people chasing me.
Oh no, 3 people.
3 of them all at once.
Did you save it
It's
before?
very bad. Yes, of course I did.
Oh, that's good.
But this is bad.
It is bad. 3
Do I have a
people.
restore health? Restore health, yes.
Is this bad? Is this normal to have so many people
No,
after you?
no, it's very bad.
Knees back and said, "Run away."
Yes.
I think they come after you. You can't really run away, can you?
You can
You
sometimes.
Can? Oh.
I could also use
Where did they
Civi.
go? Where did they go?
They're down there. See them down there? But they're all together. Eee.
Have you ever bought stuff on the internet, like on eBay or something, and you think it's much bigger than it's supposed to be? Like many years ago, I was buying this water filter, and it had a ceramic candles in it, and I thought it was much bigger. You know, like they should have put something beside it. But anyway, have you ever seen that movie? What's it called? movie called about those rockers. Jeez. Hang on a sec. I'm going to have to look up something.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap, yeah. Have you ever seen that movie, Spinal Tap? It's sort of really old and it's really funny. Run away while eating a loaf of bread. Anyway, Spinal Tap. They remember when I don't know if you've seen it. It's very funny if you haven't seen it. And there's this part where they order these stage props in the actual Stonehenge. It's supposed to be, like a fairly large kind of a prop on stage of Stonehenge.
The size of Stonehenge.
The size of Stonehenge. But it turns out that they actually end up...
They made a mistake ordered it in centimeters instead of meters or something.
Yeah, they order it in centimeters anyway. They're on stage. They're on stage and it's so funny.
Sort of lower the Stonehenge and down comes this tiny little thing.
Down comes these tiny little, it's hilarious. And the looks on their faces, it's so funny. Anyway, so...
tell the story.
Yeah, and so, anyway, so since when I ordered this, this filter, it's actually a really good one. Like, it's a stainless steel thing with candles and stuff. But we got it. It came to our place, and it turned out it was quite small. So ever since then, we sort of go, I make fun of myself, that I meant to buy Stonehenge water filters. And what was the other thing that I bought that was sort of turned out to be really tiny?
I don't remember. What was it?
There was something I bought.
Something that was ridiculously small, and it was like...
small. And so I make fun of myself and say, buying Stonehenge this and Stonehenge that. God, it's funny. Yeah, I can't remember what it was that was really tiny.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, Spinal Tap is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the guy who played the drummer he's Harry Shearer, and he actually plays Homer Simpson, the voice of Homer Simpson, for anybody who's interested. They had some really funny songs on Spinal Tap. And sometimes the worst songs stick in my head. I don't know about you, Holly, but I find songs that I've never liked or that are a bit off tend to stick in my head, and I find sometimes I'll be singing them. Does anybody else have that problem, where you'll be singing a song you don't even like?
I think I better come back at a different time.
Yeah.
My God, she has a hard time killing rats.
Oh, right. Really?
Yeah. I don't think she's up for.
Yeah, and I think the guy, the blonde-headed, one of the other people in Spinal Tap married. What's her name? Oh, what's that woman's name that you like as an actor, or used to like?
Who?
Curtis, Jamie Lee Curtis.
The what?
Jamie Lee Curtis. So one of
Jamie
the other
Lee
people
Curtis.
married Jamie Lee Curtis, I think. Anyway, that was a hilarious show.
What is this regarding, Argonian?
Is it too dark, the video in this situation?
It's kind of... I mean, Morrowind's always been a bit dim, hasn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it'd be too dark.
It doesn't look as dark, well...
It's inside, and it's lit.
Yeah.
It should be.
It's always a bit dark, because it's all subdued lighting and stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
I should rest and meditate.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go outside and do that.
Oh, Holly said it's not really too dark for her.
It's not too dark?
No.
Oh, good.
You know what's amazing? I know I often show that I'm completely uncool and an old person, but I often find it funny, like when I go on Twitch occasionally, and people are sitting and watching like literally 27,000 people watching somebody play a game.
And
Halo, it's complete
or something.
chaos. Like the game is like it's a multiplayer game, and there's people kind of flying and all over the place and things exploding, and it's so chaotic. And then there's it's almost like if they charged everybody $1 for watching that game, I mean, you could make $27,000 or something or whatever. Twitch takes a cut or something, but it's amazing, isn't it, dear?
Yeah, it's pretty astounding.
But sometimes it's not even that interesting what they're playing at all, and there's like thousands of people watching it. It's just amazing.
Sometimes people will
thing.
talk to people, and that's kind of more interesting.
Yeah.
A little piece of the Western Empire right here in Morrowind.
I just have a screen buffering, so I'll have to watch it on television here.
I think when I got a new video card for my computer, I haven't put it in yet. It just came yesterday, and that may help.
Anyway, we bought this OK water filter back from India. And that was a really good one.
Excellent water filter.
How big is it? It's like about almost a meter
OK
high?
is the brand.
Yeah, but it's almost a meter high.
Yeah.
And it's stainless steel, and
it
has the ceramic candles, and basically
it's probably 25 liters in the top and 25 in the bottom.
It's about 16 years old now, this one. It's still going. What? It's 16 years old.
Yeah.
And the 4 candles still are doing a fine job. Oh, one of them kind of carked it a bit just because it broke away at the bottom. But we just replaced that one. But it's been going for all that time.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I did work in Nepal for a while, and Nepal has got parasites and all kinds of stuff in the water, bacteria and things, and probably 90% of the population have diarrhea at any time.
Yeah.
And regularly there will be problems with enteric dysentery, and people will die, a lot of people. But
so you have to have one of those.
So you have to have one of those. If people use those, then they can stay healthy.
Yeah. It's too bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you'd think they'd have lots of fresh water running from down.
Yeah,
from the
no,
mountains.
there's giardia in everything, and
where does that happen? Like in a mountain stream sort of thing?
Because it gets into the water, then it gets into the animal population.
Through people, it gets into the water.
It gets into the people. It gets into the animal.
Does it get into the water because people have been bathing in the?
Basically, it will come out in your poo.
Oh right, yeah.
And if it gets in the water and an animal drinks it, then it comes out in their poo.
Right.
And it multiplies in the water, and more animals drink it, and pretty soon, there's giardia in all of the water.
Yeah.
And it's just a real problem.
I always get sick when I go to India. I try really hard not to, but I always end up getting sick.
Yeah.
I don't eat, I don't eat any sort of things that aren't cooked and all that kind of stuff, but it just never works out for me.
Yeah.
It's just too bad.
Yeah. I loved being in Nepal. I thought it was a wonderful place.
Yeah.
But I did get sick around Kathmandu. Kathmandu, they've done, it's so terrible what's happened to that city. When the first time I went to Kathmandu. It was just after they'd opened the country to tourists and so on.
Right.
And there were hardly any cars in Kathmandu.
Yeah.
And you could literally hear, we were staying with some people near Swayambhu, which is at one kind of side of Kathmandu, and you could hear dogs barking, halfway across the city.
way.
It was so quiet. It was, there was hardly any mechanized sound at all.
Right, yeah.
And when I came later, a lot of the rice paddies had been converted to tourist hotels, and there were little tuk-tuks everywhere, and it was just crazy.
Yeah.
That was in 92. And they'd encouraged people to use all kinds of fertilizer and pesticides, and that all ended up in the river, and it was just...
Oh, no. Yeah, it's terrible.
And it was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
And there was so much smoke at that point, you could only see the Himalayas like 2 or 3 times a year from Kathmandu. And I mean, the first time, they were plainly visible all the time. They were just there.
Yeah. And
they're
now,
not that far
due
away.
to COVID, before they actually can see them again.
The what?
And now, because of COVID, they can see them again.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's changed now because things are, opening up more, but that's sad.
You read that, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Okay. No, I don't know who this guy is, really. Okay.
Hey, little one.
Who are you? They've got a charter to mine ebony.
What's that?
They've got a caldera is rich and bound to get richer with a profit from the ebony mines. Latest rumors.
He looks like a bread thief.
The what?
Nee says he looks like a bread thief.
He looks like
He looks like a bread thief.
A bread thief? Ah, yeah. Daedra, you know what they are. My trade. Okay.
I like their outfits.
Yeah, he's got a pretty nice outfit.
I think it'd be nice if people wander around looking like that.
Yeah. Maybe we should make some clothes like that.
What do you want?
People will think we're druids.
Well, there used to be druids here.
There used to be druids where we last lived up north.
Yeah.
We saw some old photos of early 20th century.
That's an old mining town.
An old mining town. There were all these druids lined along the street. There was some sort of parade, wasn't there, Dee Dee? And the thing was that poor little town, it used to be a tin town, and then it sort of died off, and I think everybody left, and they had a terrible disaster there, where the dam broke, and I think 27 people drowned or something.
Yeah, a lot of people, and a lot of the town was swept away.
Yeah, but druids in the town in the early 20th century, that was pretty groovy, I thought.
Yeah, they had a picture of them marching down
the
parade, and they had
because when we were there, it was really
druids.
Almost dead. It didn't even have. The general store even sort of shut up, didn't it?
Yeah.
And Yeah, then it sort of it came alive again when they started mountain biking in that area, and now it's kind of come alive. Jean Valjean, the bread thief, darling, from Les Miserables.
Yeah.
I had it. Speaking of that show, I had a partner who was in the was a props person in that show, and when it was in Melbourne when it first came out.
In which show?
Les Miserables.
Oh yeah.
And I must have seen that show like about 6 times, like for free. It was really great actually because they had what was the name of that guy that was the main singer? He had an incredible voice. Oh crap, I can't remember his name. Anyway, they had I think it was Paul Cousins in it too or something. I should look them up. Anyway, that was great. I just got to kind of be able to go and see it over and over and over again, and it was really, just really great. Peter Cousins, that's it. Peter Cousins was one of the people in it, but he wasn't the main actor. The main singer, was the guy who did Phantom of the Opera. Let's see.
Oh, here we go. Oh no, more slaves.
Excuse me.
Go free? Yeah. The
Peter
key.
Cousins had
Where's the
such a
key?
beautiful voice.
I'm going to try and free some slaves.
No, it wasn't Rob Guest. Rob Guest was in it too, but there was somebody else. Anthony Warlow, that's right. Anthony Warlow was the lead singer in that. And yeah, he was. I'm looking this up, and I love the way they put. How did Rob Guest die? I don't think he's dead, but it'll have how did Rob Guest die? He's alive, isn't he?
What?
Oh, oh no, did he? Rob Guest, renowned actor Rob Guest has died in Melbourne after suffering a massive stroke. Oh no, I didn't know that. God, he was only 58. When did that happen? He had a beautiful voice. Sometimes 2008. Wow. Oh, that's sad. 58. Jeez. Well, that's too bad. He had a lovely voice.
There. Slave key. Okay, time to let some slaves go. Yes, go free. Now, where's that other one? Here she is. Go free. Okay. I'm gonna have to go and free all the slaves. You want to go and check the bread and see if it's cool?
Yes, I do.
We may have to stop if the bread is cool.
Hey?
We may have to stop if the bread is cool.
Oh, no, we don't have to stop. We can stop in a little while, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how cool it has to be, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So we'll probably round it up in about 5 minutes. So thank you so much for dropping by, and whoever was lurking as well. And we'll have a piece of bread for you, Ginny. And
Yeah.
thanks for dropping in, Holly and
Outlander,
Nee,
what
and
do you want?
it's like the Magic Mirror Club, isn't it? A Magic Mirror.
Yeah.
And Herb. And Winter.
I hope you've enjoyed watching us play Morrowind.
Yes, I hope.
It's silly.
I hope I wasn't crapping on too much, and you were thinking, God, I wish you'd just shut up and let the woman play the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we might just wrap it up, Dee Dee, because I'm not sure if anybody's
Okay.
there.
I've got to let the slaves go free though first.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I could go to bed and leave slaves.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Nee.
captured.
Nice to see you. When you say long-term subscriber, do you mean like a few months or a year or so?
Years?
I've only been doing it 3 years, darling.
Oh, but you've doing the other things.
That's true, yeah. Oh. Yep, we're still live, Herb. Thanks, Ginny. And I'll have a piece of bread for you. And I can hardly wait for it to cool down.
Yeah.
And oh, good, Holly. Anyway, what next time we do this live stream, I'll put a little video up and give sort of a couple of hours sort of notice sort of thing. I'll put a little, the video about it being on sort of thing, so that because there's no way of scheduling these gaming live streams, unfortunately. So, but it'll probably be on a Saturday night, Australian Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. or 9 p.m., something like that, on our Saturday night. And I'm not exactly sure when that is in. Hang on a sec. What is 8:30 p.m. AEST, New York time? Let's see.
You may speak.
Oh, this computer's very slow. Let's see. 8:30 p.m. Saturday, our time is 6:30 a.m. Oh no, that's very early, isn't it? 6:30 a.m. Saturday in New York City, the same day. So maybe we'll make it a bit later than that, maybe 9. That's still early. It's really hard, actually, sort of scheduling things where people on the East Coast or the East Coast or the West Coast, it's even earlier than that in the US.
Yeah.
It's really hard to sort of know when to schedule things sometimes, even when I do these little podcasts and stuff that I put out. I'm never really sure when to put it out. So sometimes I just put it out when I can. Anyway, lovely to see you all. And Didi,
Yes.
shall we go now? Have you finished?
Yes,
Okay.
I've saved all the
right.
slaves.
So have a lovely day and keep safe, and we'll talk. We'll see you soon. Hopefully, either next Saturday our time or maybe
Okay, everybody.
Saturday
Herb,
fortnight, something
Holly.
like that. But I'll I'll leave a little note. I'll leave a little video about it. Okay, then. So, have a great day.
Have a lovely time.
And you want to end the stream, Didi?
Yeah. Okay. Now, they've changed something and made it so that it's not so easy to end.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard to end it. We may be stuck here. Okay, so Didi's trying to
They've
end
changed things around. Can I?
Bye-bye.
Where the hell is it?
If we ever get to end it.
I'll turn it off in OBS.
We'll turn it off in OBS. Okay, bye for now.
Bye.